So we'll go ahead and start the briefing, and we'll make sure this is recorded and distribute that on the same email list, and just go ahead and get started. So thanks to those of you who can hear us, and hopefully you can at least see us. But here's the weekly impact weather briefing for this upcoming week, beginning today, Tuesday, and going into the weekend and beginning of the new year. For midwinter standards, we expect a relatively quiet, low-impact week. We have one weather system coming through today, which is a cold front, which will be moving through the state. Really, it's moving into the mountains late this morning and will move across the state this evening and overnight. With that, we'll have a few showers move across central North Carolina. A batch of showers is moving across the Triad and the northern tier this morning. That'll actually wane a bit and then may redevelop again this evening. But rainfall amounts should be very minimal. We don't expect any thunderstorms or any significant weather other than just some light showers. For tomorrow, we have westerly flow behind the front, which should give us a dry day with mild temperatures and highs in the upper 50s to lower 60s in many locations. And then the next weather system develops for the middle of the week with rain arriving and developing over us, I guess, late on or during the day on Wednesday. That should be a fairly decent coverage of rainfall, but the amounts will actually be fairly limited, and we don't expect a lot of impacts with that. Any thunderstorms that occur with that should likely be to our south across South Carolina and Georgia. Can't rule out a stray thunderstorm in our area, but again, limited impact with that weather system that'll be going through during the daytime hours on Wednesday. Behind that, much cooler air will come into the region for Wednesday night and Thursday will be the coldest day of the week, with fairly quiet weather for Friday into Saturday. The next weather system arrives late in the weekend and comes from the west, with a good chance of rain arriving Sunday and perhaps especially on Monday. The severe thunderstorm potential again for Tuesday today is none. For Wednesday, maybe some stuff approaching from the southwest and into early Thursday. Again, that weather system should move out with quieter weather arriving for late in the work week. The rainfall amounts for this week again show some light spotty precipitation over us today and into overnight into the first part of Wednesday. Best chance of rain looks like it'll be for the work week will be on the first part of Thursday, and then quieter weather for Friday and Saturday, with the next storm system arriving for late in the weekend and especially on Monday. At this point, it looks like New Year's Eve activities should be fairly quiet and seasonable temperatures, so low impact expected for anybody being out and about on Saturday evening on New Year's evening. Looking ahead to the weather for the first full week of January into the second week, temperatures for our part of the world will average typically near normal. Much colder air will be moving into the western United States and the Central Plains. But for us, fairly seasonable temperatures. If you want real warm weather and above normal temperatures, you need to head to the tip of Florida. And precipitation amounts and precipitation coverage will be increasing during this early part of January, with amounts approaching normal to possibly above normal as we become in a more active weather pattern. Typically this time of year we have normal high temperatures in the upper 40s to lower 50s in central North Carolina, and again for this week we'll be kind of up and down, with the warmest weather today with highs approaching 70 in many spots late in the day, with just a few showers especially late this afternoon and overnight tonight. Quiet weather behind the front for Wednesday. Next storm system comes through again on Thursday, and that's the front that will come through. They should produce showers in most locations, but the amounts should be fairly limited. Much cooler behind that front on Friday, with cold temperatures below normal, with highs only in the lower and mid 40s, and then a moderating trend as we head to near and then above normal for late in the weekend and into early next week, with an increasing chance of rainfall. And one last slide here just to talk about the drought conditions, as we've had some up and down rainfall amounts across the central part of the state, including our hurricane, which occurred in October. But if we look at where we are right now, much of central North Carolina is just described as abnormally dry. The real dry conditions are confined to locations in the southern Appalachians, especially in far southwestern parts of North Carolina. And if you look at the chart here, which is kind of interesting, a year ago in 2015, at the end of the month or end of December, all the state was in fine conditions with no drought, no abnormally dry weather, and just over the course of the year we have evolved to the situation we have now with drought in the mountains and just a little bit of drier than usual weather in central North Carolina. So in those respects, we're actually in probably pretty good shape, and we should be appreciative of that. So that's it for the weekly briefing. We'll go ahead and make sure this briefing is recorded. If you have any questions, feel free to send us a chat, give us a call, or send us a message on NWS chat, and we'd be happy to help you out. Otherwise, we hope everybody has a great first week and the beginning of the new year, and enjoy the holidays. Take care.